Hi everybody, it's Amanda back with Amanda Rose Tarot, and we're here today to do another pick a card reading. I apologize, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I had a free little bit of time today, so I really wanted to do a reading. I've been thinking of doing one for a while, so wanted to do a reading today. So this is going to be a themed pick a card reading, and the question's going to be just what's going on. So I saw something earlier, some songs, and the one that stuck out to me was Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. So that's what inspired this reading. So we're going to have 3 piles today. So, you know, if you're thinking about 3 different situations or 3 different people, then we will delve into that and see if we can figure out what you should do, some advice. We're using 6 different decks today. I was drawn towards these different piles. I started with 5, and then at the last minute I picked a 6th pile of cards to use. So we're going to do the Romance Angels, we're going to do the Oceanic, we're going to do the Tattoo Tarot, we're going to use the Gilded Tarot, the Gypsy playing cards, and the Gypsy Fortune cards. So enough about that. I will show you the cards. And don't forget, if you like this video, to give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below so you will get notified when I post my next reading. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see those 3 piles. So the first pile that you have to choose from is the sea glass. The second pile is the blue and white stone. Not sure what it is. If you guys, know what this is, then tell me so I can refer to it in the next video if I use this one again. And then the third one, I do know what this one is because I ordered it from a gem shop. It actually was on Etsy. It was an Indian gem shop. If I remember, I'll put the name down below. But this is the beautiful Moldavite. So this will be number 3. So you've got the sea glass, you've got the blue and white stone, and then you've got the Moldavite gem. Okay, so I'm just going to be quiet for a second, and I'm going to let you guys pick. Okay, so I'm going to start over here with the sea glass, and we're just going to look at all the cards. We're going to do them all together. Okay, so the first card that you guys got in the Romance Angels is the Playfulness card. The second card that you got, this is in the Oceanic Tarot, you guys got the High Priest, and the keyword down there is Wisdom. The next card that you got, this is the Tattoo Tarot. You guys got the 8 of Wands. The next card in the Gilded is the 5 of Wands. So a lot of wand energy here. That's fire energy. In the Gypsy playing cards, you guys got Thought. And in the Gypsy Fortune cards, you guys got the Rider. However, this card is in reverse, so we'll go over that. All right, so let's go over that reversal card first. Let me change the lighting here a little bit so it's a little better. Okay, hopefully that's better. In my eyes, it's better. I'm not sure in the camera world if that's better. But this is the Rider card, like I said, in reverse. This card is actually drawn from the Strength card. So this is Leo energy. Like I said, there's a lot of wands in this, plus this card. So there's a lot of fire energy in this reading already. But with the Rider in reverse, it's really not having control. Everything is out of control. You're needing help, you're lacking strength, trying to do something, but you really don't have the skill at this time to do it. You're feeling like you know, you're going down a road and you're gonna get hurt. You know, you're gonna fall off this horse. You're gonna get hurt. You could even be losing your faith and not sure if, you know, this is really what you need to be doing. And the truth is, really, at this time, you know, might not be able to, whatever, you know, situation you came, if it's a person or a situation, this is kind of saying it's not really the right time to move forward. Or maybe this person, if you're here about a person, maybe they don't have a lot of faith, or maybe they're just, they could be kind of a coward. Maybe they're too scared to come forward, or maybe they're just ruthless and they don't want to give up their position of power. Maybe they're jealous, and maybe they, you know, they're hiding in their shell because they don't know how to come at you, and they're afraid if they come at you, then you know, it's going to fail and they're going to get hurt. So, you know, this person, this situation needs a injection of faith in it, to really be able to move forward. But we've also got the Eight of Wands here. So I feel like, you know, if you know, you're not able to move forward at this time, you will be able to at some point. There will be progress, there will be breakthroughs, and things are going to start moving quickly. You could be on the threshold of something new, something promising, maybe a proposal, but don't move too hastily, because things could, you know, we did get the Rider in reverse. So I feel like with these two cards, you know, don't act too hastily, because you know, this could be a situation where people get hurt. So I feel like things are going to start moving. External things are going to start happening. You know, I also feel a lot of desire with this card. So, you know, it could be a person that desires to move forward very quickly. So, at this time, I would say hold your horses back a little bit. There will be progress. There will be breakthroughs. There will be movement happening very soon, very soon. And the next card that I want to go over is the Five of Wands. So this could be one of the reasons why at this time, you know, there's no movement. There could be, you know, people threatening each other, or, you know, not really hurting each other, but there could be some words flying back and forth, you know, not so nice. It could be kind of unsettling situation. You see these little mice here. They're a little bit nervous of what's going to happen. They're scurrying away because it's kind of uncertain, you know, what changes are coming in. I feel like there are going to be changes coming in, definitely. You know, with the Eight of Wands, there are going to be changes coming in, and they could be fast moving. So right now, problems will be able to be overcome, but don't add fuel to the fire by fighting with people. You know, not sure who is the person who's right and who is the person who's wrong. So it's best, you know, just to decide not to fight about it. You know, there could be a lot of envy, jealousy going on, you know, and don't act too hastily, and don't say anything that you may regret later. You have to save your energy for, you know, better things than fighting. So, you know, before you act, I think, you know, you definitely need to think about that. Think about overcoming the problems rather than adding fuel to the fire and, you know, making things worse and, you know, falling down and getting hurt. So, you know, there is a little bit of conflict. It could be just play fighting, maybe some harsh words said, but nobody really got hurt. But there could be the potential of really getting hurt here, you know, if there is forward movement. Okay, and the next card that I want to go over is the High Priest. So with this card, it speaks of a spiritual leader. He's the leader of the sea. He has this crook in his hand, which shows that, you know, he has a role in the church. He's the shepherd to his flock, to his congregation. You know, he stands up and people respect him. People see that he's wise and that he has knowledge to give. You know, this card also predicts unity of the body, the mind, and the soul, and feeling connected to your intuition, listening to your inner voice, listening to your mind, your body, your soul, and going down the path that, you know, is right for you. Using your knowledge to, rather than, you know, have conflicts with people, as this card shows, instead of having conflicts with people and, you know, getting hurt, I think that, you know, you're going to do the right thing. When you move forward, you're not going to want to fight with people. You're going to hold that back. You're going to save your energy for better things, definitely. And the thought card, which also goes great with this reading, meditating on your problems, digesting the information before moving forward. So rather than just reacting, you're taking the time to think about things, meditate, digest the information, and maybe possibly daydreaming, thinking of possible outcomes, how things you know, may turn out, but you're really not going to know until you move forward. But the best way to move forward is on the right foot, and to, you know, use your knowledge, use your wisdom, and really be an inspiration to other people by knowing how to deal with your problems and not having to fight, you know, for yourself, knowing that you don't need to do that, that you don't need to defend yourself, you know, by lashing out at people. Just keep doing what you're doing, following, you know, the righteous path, and, you know, having the strength. Because I feel like with the Rider reverse, there is a loss of strength. So you really have to get your power back, and I think you'll be able to move forward in this situation or with this person. The last card that you guys got is the playfulness card. So the angels are really guiding you to really enjoy yourself, to fall back in love with life, and you know, having a good time, having that childlike spirit of joy and awe, and delighting in love and romance, and, you know, just asking yourself, when was the last time that you really had fun? Remember, you know, the good times that you had, the things that you were doing that brought you joy. So maybe with this particular person, you know, I feel like with the Eight of Wands, there will be a breakthrough. Definitely there will be forward movement, but right now there's a lot of contemplation going on, you know, with the thought card. So there will be forward movement, and I think that any kind of, you know, problems will be overcome through playfulness. That is the key to overcoming these problems. So maybe schedule something in your free time, some kind of play, something to really elevate your energy level. Maybe going on a date, or going on a walk, or going to a movie, or, you know, a sporting event, whatever you like, something, you know, that will help you. It's really necessary to fall back in love with life, and overcome fears that, you know, you have of maybe, you know, someone standing up to you, maybe someone saying some harsh words to you, feeling nervous and scared. there really needs to be an injection of playfulness back in this situation or this relationship with this person. So hopefully you guys got an answer if you pick number 1. I really do like that reading, this playfulness card. I really like the picture there. It's really cute how this little girl here is looking at whoever it is, you know, her love interest. So moving on to number 2. If you pick the blue and white stone, let's look at your 6 cards. All right. I don't really want to start with that card. Okay, so let's start off good. Let's start off with the Oceanic deck. This is the Sun card, and the keyword down there is happiness, if you can see that. Okay, and the next card is the 4 of Coins in the Tattoo Tarot. The next card that you have is the World. However, this card is reversed. You guys got the Moon card in the Gypsy Fortune cards. In the Gypsy Playing cards, you guys got the Thief. And the final card in the Romance Angels is the Unrequited Love card. So before you panic and say, you know, this reading wasn't for me, let's go into the cards first so we can, you know, really get a feeling for all these. I'm going to save that Unrequited card for last. I'm just feeling that's what I want to do. Okay. So first I want to go over the Moon card. So the Moon, you know, it can be really about dreams. It can be, you know, about things that you don't see, things that are hidden. It can be about mysteries. It can also be trying to look and see, maybe you've missed something. On this bridge here, it looks like possibly one figure, or it could even be 2 figures standing there on that bridge. So, you know, is there something you're missing in this situation? Did this person maybe turn their back to you, or, you know, they're looking in the direction of the mountains now, and they're contemplating things. You know, maybe they really don't know what to do. Maybe things seem, you know, vague right now, and, you know, there's things that are hidden. The waters are, it's hard to see the reflection in the waters. These trees in the day seem, you know, lush and vibrant, but in the nighttime they can seem almost a little bit ominous. So this card has a lot of different meanings. We can't squeeze, you know, all of the meanings into this one reading. But the card can definitely be about romance, maybe a, you know, a risque midnight tryst with someone, or, you know, maybe just contemplating things, you know, before moving forward, maybe not knowing all the details at this point. And the next card that I want to go over, let's do the 4 of Coins. So with this card, it speaks of inheritance, it speaks of gifts, it speaks of winning, maybe, you know, some money or some status. Maybe financially, things are really good. There's a lot of security, but there could also be fear of losing all, or fear of destitution, living in that comfort zone, and, you know, worrying about, you know, every dollar that you have, worrying about your bills, really fearing, you know, not having enough. It could stem from, you know, some kind of childhood issues. Maybe maybe your parents, you know, didn't have a lot, something like that. But it's hoarding money. It's not wanting to share, being almost kind of mean and just keeping to yourself. with these you know, means that you have. Maybe you have a lot to offer, but rather than giving it, you live in fear and, you know, just stay to yourself and keep all these riches and security and stuff to yourself, and you really don't want to share. But definitely can speak about financial things coming in for you, financial things happening. It doesn't have to be a negative card. That's not going to be for everyone. But for some people, definitely it can be holding on too tightly to material things. The next card that we'll go over is the World in Reverse. So with the World in Reverse, it can be feeling like, you know, your actual world is turned upside down right now. Maybe there's been some plans, but they failed, or, you know, they just haven't succeeded at this point, or there's stagnation right now. Things aren't moving. You're stuck, and you're not able to complete things. You know, it could be just focusing too much on the physical, the sexual, and limiting yourself to the worldly possessions. You know, because with that card, the World card in reverse, and also the Four of Coins, I feel like focusing too much on worldly things, not realizing, you know, the other side of it, that money isn't everything, and, you know, if you have it, you should try to share with others. You know, it's just, it can be a frustrating, these two cards together bring a lot of frustration of, you know, just feeling like things are upside down right now. Things aren't going well for you. Maybe financially they're going well for you, but it's you're stuck right now, and, you know, you just want to succeed, but at this time the success isn't happening. And the next card that we'll go over, let's get this Thief card out of the way. So, you know, it doesn't have to be someone that's an actual thief that's, you know, robbed you or stolen something. It can be more like someone that robs you of your energy. They can be, you know, an energy leech. They can steal your peace of mind. So, you know, you feel like you can't let your guard down because this person, you know, you feel like they might do something to you that, you know, they're almost like a villain, and if you let your guard down with them, that they're going to do something negative to you. So, you know, with the Moon card and the Theft card, you know, maybe you don't know everything about them. Maybe they actually could have some criminal activity that's going on, you know, you know, I don't want to say that, but that's what I'm saying. It could be a person that, yeah, they've criminal, they've done some things, they've swindled people, or they've, you know, stolen something. If that's the case, then definitely I can see why, you know, it's not working. But that's not going to be for everybody. It could just be someone that steals your peace of mind, you know, and you don't know if you can trust them. You feel like they're secrets, and they're just like kind of an energy vampire. And so you've kind of distanced yourself from them. You're keeping yourself in your comfort zone, I feel, with the Four of Coins here. You're like, I'll just keep to myself. I'll keep doing my own thing. And I won't have to worry about them and any secrets that they might be keeping from me. The next card that I want to go over is the Sun card. So you guys did have a positive card in this reading. So, you know, with this, I feel like there's courage to carry on, that maybe, you know, there could be some growth here. There could be, you know, pleasure with this person. There could be success with this person. if you have courage and you open your mind and maybe, you know, stop thinking that everyone's out to get you. Yes, maybe you don't know everything about this person, but that doesn't mean that, you know, they are a criminal, that they are out to get you. You know, I think it's just a matter of perception, and it's feeling like, you know, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. Having that attitude of, it isn't going to work. And the unrequited love, the final card, I feel like the same type of energy. You know, that you or this person feels like, you know, they're going to be rejected. They're going to be rejected. No matter what they do, they just can't win. Maybe they think of you, and they feel like you never think about them, and you know, they would do anything for you, but you know, you wouldn't do anything to them. They want to touch you, they want to kiss you, they want to hold you, they want to wake up next to you, and they feel like they're drowning because you know, maybe you see them as a criminal, maybe you think they're hiding things from you, and maybe you just don't want to share. You don't want to open up to them, and it's causing a lot of frustration, probably on both sides. There's lack of mental growth here, and hopelessness. I feel a lot of hopelessness. So maybe you need to open up and talk to this person. Just tell them how you feel, and tell them, you know, everything. Tell them everything. Tell them how you want them, and how you want to be happy with them. You want to have this happiness with them. But I feel like it's not being spoken with the Moon card. It's being held back. The feelings are being held back, and it feels like it's not requited because they're keeping it to themselves. I feel like they're an admirer and they have these strong romantic feelings, but consciously they feel like you're going to reject them. They may spend all day thinking about you, and they just don't feel like you do that you don't feel the same, and they're kind of desperate about it. You know, I feel like there's heartache, and you have to open up, but don't allow anyone to hurt you, but you still have to open up to them and at least get an answer for your own sanity's sake. You know, maybe you picture this perfect life with this person, and you know, you don't know how it's going to turn out. So maybe you're distancing yourself with them, and I don't know if it's going to move forward unless, you know, there's a lot of communication that needs to be had here. And, you know, if they say no, they don't feel the same way about you, then you need to distance yourself from them, and you need to move on with your life. You know, the world, it's upside down right now, but, you know, you can turn things around. You can turn things around and get things back on track and have success in your life, and, you know, have this happiness. But until, you know, these feelings, these, you know, fears of getting rejected or feeling that the other person doesn't feel the same, until you get over that, then, you know, for your own sanity, you really, really need to talk with them about it. Because you don't know, maybe they do feel the same way. Maybe it's all in your head that it's unrequited, is how I feel with this reading. So that's number 2. Kind of, I don't know if I like it or don't like it. There's just, you know, things that need to be said, definitely. Not all negative cards. Definitely financially good. The Sun is about taking holidays, vacations, having a good time. And knowing that you're protected, and also about children. So you know, keep that childlike spirit and don't lose hope, because I feel like with the World card reversed here, losing hope. Okay, and let's go to the third reading. If you pick the beautiful Moldavite, let's look at your 6 cards. Okay, right off the bat, good card. We've got you deserve love. You are lovable. Next card, you've got the Magician. And the key word down there is manifestation. The next card in the Tattoo Tarot is the Queen of Swords. So this could be an air sign. That would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This card, however, is, I believe, hold on. What is the sign attached to this card? This is a Libra. So this card, you know, like I said, it could be an air sign, but the sign that's with it is Libra. And then you've got more air energy, the Fool card. And you've got the Judge card in the Gypsy plane. And then you've got the Fox card. However, that card's in reverse. Okay. Okay, so let's go over your cards here. Let's start first with the Fox in reverse. So with the Fox in reverse, it's saying that this battle that's happening, it's not worth your fight. You're not in, you know, a good position. You know, so concentrate your energy on something else, something more important. If you continue to fight this battle, you're really going to lose. So, you know, be careful of what you do. Your path right now may seem kind of unclear. Your physical and material desires may be what you're focusing on. And you really need some mental clarity before you're able to move forward in this situation. Because if you keep fighting this way, you're not going to win. And this Fox he's got the upper hand with it in this position. The next card that you have is the Judge card. So with this card, it's really having to face the truth, maybe analyzing the situation. It's saying, you know, try not to judge the situation. You know, we all do that sometimes. We're all victims of judgment. You know, you see someone on the street, you're going to look at them and you know, your first impression of them, you may judge them. But you have to realize that, you know, these first impressions, you really have to put your best foot forward and show the world, you know, your positive self. And, you know, to realize that to some extent we all are judging other people, but try to do so in a positive light. And it will really make things the best situation if you can just try to focus on the positive, not make a snap decision on someone just by looking at them. But realize that we all are victims of judgment. We all may do a little bit of judging to an extent. It's just human nature. So it's really something we can't avoid. But try to judge people in a positive way. The next card is the Fool card, which is air energy, I said. So there could be some unexpected opportunities that are gonna appear for you. It could be sudden. It could be a welcome change. So remain open. It really could come out of nowhere. It could come out of the blue. And it's saying with this card, take a leap of faith. You know, think about your childhood and the excitement of new adventures. You know, and don't be afraid. This is usually a positive card unless, you know, there's a lot of negative cards around it. And these cards here, they're not negative. So the only negative card was the Fox card in reverse, which is just saying, don't fight, don't fight. So, you know, I don't take that as a negative. I just think that is advice for you. So, you know, the Fool is saying, be open to you know, taking a leap of faith. If something happens, go for it. Just go for it. Don't be afraid, because luck is on your side. You know, he's gonna, every time he falls, you know, something's gonna catch him, because he just has that, you know, that luck. The next card is the Queen of Swords. So air energy again. I said Libra. This card, Libra's the sign of marriage. So this person could feel like they need to be in a relationship. They have a lot of difficulties. They put on a hard exterior, but they really have gone through a lot of pain. They have inner wounds, and that could be, you know, why they're so critical. Maybe they're critical because they've had a lot of pain in their life, and you know, it's made them very hard, and rather than opening up their heart, they just fight. This is what they do. So this person has to try not to fight, you know, realize that they're mourning, that they're lonely, they've had losses, and these are the effects of these losses. Maybe in a relationship, they've had, you know, a lot of bad experiences, and maybe they've lost people, you know, and it's hardened them. It's really hardened them. But you have to realize that with this person, you know, maybe they did judge you harshly, but it's their life experiences that have done that. So try not to jump on their back, because I feel like you're not going to win if you do it that way. Definitely. And then the next card that you got is the Magician. So I love this card. This card is ruled by Mercury, which is the air planet, and the signs associated with the air planet are Gemini and Virgo. So it could be Gemini, Virgo. We've got a lot of air signs. I said Libra. But the Magician is about having the tools to make things happen. It says, what can you make happen? Take action now and you're gonna succeed. So attract what you want, you know, be creative. You have all the tools now to be supported by others. Others are gonna see that, you know, you can be successful, and they're really going to support you. They see that you're the manifester and that you can really make things happen. So if there's new enterprises, new relationships, new jobs, whatever it is, now is the time to take action, and you're really going to have success. But when you go forward with this, remember, you know, try not to fight with others. It's just not a good thing to do. If you try to fight with them, you're going to lose. So be mentally on point, and, you know, go for those new adventures. Don't be scared. Even if you've been hurt in the past, things have been bad for you and you've had to be hard, go forward, take a risk, and, you know, whatever it is, I think that you can make it happen, because you have all the tools to make this happen. And, you know, just have to face the truth that, you know, you really deserve love. You deserve love. You are lovable. The angels are cheering for you. They, you know, they want you to have love. They want you to let go and know that you deserve it. You're a child of God. You're naturally lovable, and you're a loving person, and everyone is, and you have the right to be treated kindly and to be respected. And don't blame yourself if you feel unworthy in love. You know, remember that you're beautiful. We're all beautiful in our own way, no matter what any person has told you. You know, maybe this person here, you know, maybe they've cut you down. Maybe they've said some things that really hurt you. But realize the reason they've done that is because they have some inner wounds themselves. And that tough exterior behind that is, you know, a heart that's really hurting. So just realize that you deserve love, and, you know, no matter what any person tells you, you are lovable, and you can have that. And with the Magician here, you can manifest that. You definitely can manifest love, and just, you know, try not to be judgmental towards others. That's, all of us can learn from that. You know, it's really hard. We all, to some extent, you know, do judge people, but realize, you know, try to do things in a positive light, and everyone is lovable, and you are definitely lovable if you picked reading number 3. Love that message. That was beautiful. So hopefully you liked my reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified when I have an up and coming reading. And thank you guys so much. Love and light to you. Bye-bye.